Welcome to Walkabout for 5, where you open your mind to different perspectives of the world. Yes, that's what I said, the world! Everything that's in it and everything that's not in it, and any kind of metaphysical or physical and illusions even. Every day we walk around, so just listen to Walkabout for 5.
I was at work today, okay, and tell me if this sounds crazy, because to me it sounds kind of crazy. I was sitting there, and we were having a conversation about how money is something that we need to have in order to survive, right? We don't need money to survive in this society. In this society, yes, but to survive, we need food, water, and shelter. How simple is that? Why don't we live like that? Why do we sit here every day in our houses with our routine jobs and schedules and school and baseball games and all that ridiculous stuff? Yeah, it's fun, it's amazing, it's good to have money, and, at this point in time in our society, in this day and age, I guess you can say, to be able to get the things that we've never really had and have all these luxuries that we have. It's nice to be lazy. Who doesn't want to be lazy all the time? I like to be lazy. But there comes a point where when we depend on other people for our own shit, we're not really surviving. We're pretty much begging and sacrificing everything that we are as human beings of this earth, beings of earth, to go out of our way to be unnatural, to be plastic, to be made out of plastic, to put things in our food to keep us healthy all the time, or rather things are being put in our food because the government wants to kill us or something. It's kind of crazy to think about, but this world is made for us to be here. We were born on this planet. Why do we have to pay to live here? It makes no sense to me. So I guess you can tell me how you feel on that, but I guess another topic I can come up with would be, how do we, as these earth beings, strive to get away from all of this depressing stuff that's going on in our world? Because I personally can't live with it. I can't sit at home or in a box made out of plastic and wires and metal, and it's a square. Our earth is made to be round. We're made to live here off of the earth, off of what she has to give us, and also to give back what we take. It's a simple, common courtesy thing, no matter what kind of person or being you are. In my opinion, we're no different than a plant. We're no different than a tree. We're no different than an animal or these plastic things that we made. It came from the earth at one point or another, but at this point, with all these things, we're suffocating her. She's crying. We're taking her blood out of the earth. We're bottling up the water that she provides to us, which is the gift of life, and putting it in a bottle and selling it. That's like taking your daughter and taking her period blood, putting it in a bottle and selling it to everyone. That's pretty dark, I know, and disgusting, but it's just the only way I could really describe it. That's just a natural part, and how can you take something like that? How can you take that and distribute it? I understand that, it goes out to everybody, and you can buy the water and whatnot, but have you ever looked at the ingredients of a bottle of water? It's all runoff. It's all fracking systems. Bottled water now is more clean than the rivers and the streams, and eventually the ocean is going to get so bad to where it's not able to really cycle everything out. So, what are we supposed to do about it from here? It's so sad. I don't know what to say about it, except that this life is mind-blowing. This current time frame that we all live in as a population of Mother Earth, not necessarily a race or whatever. Just we're all part of the problem and we're all part of the solution. How are we gonna figure this out, you guys? But Walkabout for 5, and think about that. Food for thought. Go ahead and ask questions and get back to me. Blessed be.
So this poem here I'd like to share with you guys. I haven't really read it that many times, so just bear with me here. And I'll go ahead and begin in 3, 2, 1. Such beauty. I walked upon the river days before a song was sung to me. A peace rally occurred without notice. My body, now my temple, such a song. Sunny days, created change, transformation is now. Deja vu explains my past. Deja vu hints of future. Such perfection, a goal reached every day, a special realization, a beautiful sign. Similar feelings, self-realization, I'm into it. I'm here, motivated, granted, drooped into self, keeping spirit, mind, soul in spontaneously. A tree was at the end of the river. It had color. Fairies chasing tail twigs. I was entranced, entangled, focused, in a daze. In the moment, inspiration is in my heart, motivation, because I'll be there. The tree of life, ever growing, generations changing this world. Transformation is now here. Just listen. For if you could walk down a river, see this tree of life, and focus, meditate, love, give, and receive. That one I wrote a while ago, actually. That actually reminds me. I was seeing this guy, and I met him down. I actually went on a walk to the river because I live, close to the Truckee River downtown. And it was in the middle of the night. I had so many thoughts on my mind. I couldn't focus on what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, and I was cooped out of my apartment for about 2 months before I actually left to go and do something else besides homework. And I was thinking about the tree of life before I left, and how grand and tall and beautiful it is, and how it kind of just reflects your own challenges, whether you're old, young, brave, strong, complicated, depressed. It's the tree of life. I mean, everything in life is going to be contributed into that tree of life in order to give you guidance. So, anyways, I went on a walk to go and just follow this tree of life, whatever that meant. And I ended up at the river with this guy. And he was, flinging around poi, and at the end of the strings was 2 glowing balls. They were glowing for blue, green, red, yellow, and he was flinging them around, and they were going in circles, and they were twisting together, and it was beautiful. And I was like, whoa, look at my hippie friends. I'm gonna go say hi to my hippie friends and stuff. So I went up there and ended up talking to this guy for about an hour or 2. I came home, and somehow I got his number. I texted him. He was asking me if I got home safe. I told him yes. And, this guy's my age. He's 20. I'm 19, so he's 20. And he asked me if I get home safe. I let him know yes. He comes over, because I invite him over, and he ends up spending the night with me. We didn't do anything intimate. We didn't, touch each other softly and all that romantic stuff. We kind of just talked. And it was beautiful. I was with this guy for about 2 weeks, but the whole entrancing part of it was that there's other beautiful people out there. There's other amazing mysteries and opportunities for you to grab. And whenever your mind says do this, or your intuition pulls you and tugs you and annoys the crap out of you until you go ahead and go do something about it, whatever that is, and even though it feels kind of scary to follow it, you gotta be able to trust your instincts, because we are animals in one way or another. So follow your instincts, my friends, and you'll find amazing, beautiful things that you thought you would never find. This guy actually helped me in that 2-week time frame to realize my own passion and realize what I really want. Hello again, and welcome back. I have another poem here for you guys. This one I wrote a long time ago. I was really pissed off at what I was learning in my, I think it was government class or something. And I was also learning about geometry and algebra. I was in English class, so there's a lot of different point of views that I experienced from reading these books in my English class, and a lot of different ways people could learn things in a certain amount of time, and how we were all just completely focused straight in front of us on the teacher, what he was saying, what we needed to learn, digging into our books, writing down notes. I'm pretty sure everybody has that issue, and those of you who are listening who are in school, whether that's elementary school, high school, or college at this point, you know that you know that it's definitely a struggle to get through some of this stuff. But this is just my whole perspective on how this whole world kind of has dropped and declined in education, and also being an individual and having our own opinion. This one's called Look Through the Window. We're all hypnotized, wondering in a daze. What would happen if media and electronics dropped off the face of our planet? What would you prefer for entertainment? What if clothing was to be handmade? Would you know how to sew fabric into a shirt? How about air conditioners and heaters when you know how to obtain wood? Or even know where to get a wood stove? Now tell me you're strong. Tell me you know where to find food if our basic supply is shut down. Tell me that you know how to use a gun and go hunting. We've lost our independence. We've lost knowledge on simple things. We rely on medication 24/7 now. Tell me, do you know how to survive in wilderness without constant shipments of food, without a doctor to go to, without food from a restaurant? Do you know how to can? Do you know how to use a saw? Can you see by the moonlight? Do you know how to trust your neighbors? Crime rate's up, but how do you separate criminal, friend, and foe? Tell me, what else must we lose along with survival, street smarts, maturity, respect? Yet you don't see through the window. Outside is our world. World leaders take all power bit by bit. We lose care. Money is so important to you. What about millions of cattle being slaughtered daily? Billions of chickens dying every day. Fruit and veggies are given steroids to grow bigger and faster. Yet you've still not looked out your window. We're forced to see fluoride as healthy. Why? Because consuming it gets rid of it. I'm depressed, so the doctor gives me pills so I can become numb. Medication is not to blame. Our leaders know best. Oh, yes, they do. Give them more currency. That's how they'll fix it. Nothing is done but more charges pressed. We're pissed and outraged. Yeah, we do nothing but complain. Let's make a stand, I yell, here and there, but still you don't even glimpse through that window. Just turn your head, get out of your chair. Maybe if you stood up, you could end world hunger, provide for those who also needs food. Just look, it's raining. It has been for a while. Maybe if you did something, you'd see rainbows and sunshine, smiles on faces of loved ones. If you opened that window, strangers would no longer be distant, creatures you don't know. So don't be scared. It's going to be hard. How much of a challenge do you think it was to create the Declaration of Independence? How hard was it to legalize women voting? Alcohol. Racial equality took almost 20 years. What are we waiting for? Just look. Stare at everything going on. Look at it in the face and stand your ground. We are powerful. We are the people. I know it's a little intense, you guys, but I can imagine that you get the idea. Look out your goddamn window and see what the fuck is going on with our world. Whether that's good things. Good things are good. I'd like to focus on some good things, because there's a lot of not good things in this world that we ignore and we kind of push to the side. So, I mean, I guess a question for you guys would be, what are you pushing back? What negative thoughts and feelings are you pushing away, not dealing with, in order to not deal with certain things? Because if you think about it, we do have to deal with the sad things before we can break through that wall of, what's the word I'm looking for? Stagnation, prevention, illusion. We need to be able to get past that. So go ahead and keep emailing me, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you that email address, so the people that have just started listening can go ahead and email me. So, Walkabout out, and I'll be back here in just another couple seconds for you. Alright, you guys, this is the last poem I'm going to read to you. This is about my jealousy issues I had. Usually I'm not a jealous person, and I don't like having angst towards someone else, because that's just not who I am. So here we go. Verbal expression, uncomparable to my scribbles. Jealousy arises from my core. Depression does not explain. Sadness, neither my issue. The initial connection, I feel, brings guilt. Why is affection creating this unexplainable emotion? Something never felt is different. Things not understood creates fear. Yet why am I afraid of this possible relationship? Beauty is what I see. The situation is complicated. The simplicity describes what the truth is. My body looks different. My health is outstanding. Jealousy creates my sorrow. This the emotion in my brain. My own fault for destruction, or so it seems to be horror. Myself hates the dread of lost beauty, yet above it all I know I have features. Soft face, baby blue eyes, hourglass figure, perfect knowledge. Compliments and self-observance reveals this. I wake, I work. Hours of conflicted pleasure, unearthly feeling is my friction, earthbound and stuck, the inside of me reflected outside of me. Everyone's experience is similar, yet everyone is in their own moment. My love could be someone's hate, my sorrow, someone's happiness, such as vitamins vital to survival, vitamins intolerant to my body. I die. You become stronger. My hate for mud is your pleasure to bathe in. Similarity is the object. Difference is the emotion. So my scribbles perceive perception. Jealousy is but the object, and the emotion when it hits you like it struck me. It would be best described as emotional stimulation, useless. Still, laying upon soft fibers, face down, bottom up and curved at the waist. You're humbled and stricken with peace. Next moment, it's like a tsunami, no question, no answer. You're drowning in pain and anguish. The ripples of shock slowly swallow you, forces you to cringe and fall on your knees. You are hurt. Tears fall. The aftermath now, and only now, reality sets in that sadness exists. How to react when information isn't enough. The only answer isn't love. You must walk to fly, and fly to go above the storms. Time is precious, as we know. Emotions come and go. Some stay and some never come back. Crying is okay. Fighting is okay. Trauma is meant to wake and shake us. The catastrophe allows cleansing. Birth, a clean experience. To learn, you must ask and experience. Without lessons and dominant mentors, flying shall remain unattainable. Repetitive tendencies are infinite. Emotions no longer change objects. transfer, express, feel, love, cry, laugh, shake, wake. When the object of emotion changes, a tsunami is on the approach. Another lesson, another person, another perception of surroundings, future lessons, and importance arises. In that state, paralyzation sets. Mind, body, and soul releases. Feeling gone, numb to senses, the sound to be a hum, the soothing sound of the universe. Pain releases your persona, stinging resembles the present, realization of the action done after the things, shock stucks in, brain is frozen, reaction is now instinct only. Animalistic qualities as core, names given, cougar, coyote, both animals of specific qualities taking lessons. Once grown away from the herd, coyote, spiritual teacher, wanderer, teacher, student. Cougar, mother of mountains, strength, stamina, forthright dominance. Coyote, lover of the moon, trespassers of nowhere. Anarchy does not exist, neither does religion. All these objects, multiple ways to describe, yet you don't understand. It's my kink. My kink that holds this guilt, this disgusting putrid jealousy, yet my kink filters rage. Jealousy is yet my selfish desires that I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be the slut to give all. Total. Complete. Beauty, spirit, mind, body, emotions. Release it all. Complete the circle of strain. Release inner chaos of the self. So I turn to meditation. Questions to those above. Guidance from earthly angels, and sex to calm my nerves. Like I said, rated R. I'm sorry for you parents out there, but those of you who are laughing and definitely widening your eyes, and in your mind you're saying, oh my God, wow, that's pretty intense. It is very intense. When it comes to being with someone and then that someone wants to be with another, you basically have no choice but to feel that jealousy, whether you accept it or not, or own it, or you deny it, totally deny it. That's okay. That's just who you are. I'm not judging here. But yeah, you know, when someone gets with someone else after being with you and having such an emotional connection, what are you supposed to do but be confused and not know where you're going to go from there? Like, that was your life. That was a big part of your life for a certain amount of time, whether it's a long time frame, a short time frame. You just gotta have to let those people go. You just gotta let them go, no matter how great the sex is, no matter how great that person was to you, or whatever. You gotta be able to love them enough to just let them go and let them be happy. If they're not happy, then you can't continue to make them feel like they're stuck. No one likes to feel like they're stuck. So there's that. And I know it's a little kind of on the negative side, but I hope you guys understand what I mean by what love is. Love is definitely beautiful. Love is such a deep thing. And love can go so far for so long. I will continue next Saturday for you guys. I will be able to show you my What About Love poem. That was one of my first poems I ever wrote. And then a couple more about our world and the balance that we can find. There's many different kinds of minerals that we've created such a significance towards, and that's how we have our currency at this point in time. I'm going to go ahead and get a few of my friends here on the radio with me. I'm going to go ahead and interview my close friend Peter. He's definitely got some really good opinions on this world, and some of them I kind of don't agree with, but, you know, that's just me personally, but I like to hear everyone's view, and if you ever want to get an interview from me and go ahead and be on my station, just go ahead and let me know. I will get that email to you here in just a moment. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Blessed be. Alrighty, you guys, don't forget to message me at capital WALK lowercase about dot walk at yahoo.com. Thank you. I'd love to hear your opinions, your perceptions, any questions you might have, or any ideas of what I can write about in a poem. So go ahead and message me anytime. Walkabout is out.